Good evening, Professor. Good evening, everyone. Today is my great pleasure to do the presentation about Chapter 8, Negotiator Style. So here is my content that divided only two categories. The first one is conflict orientation that have 5 tools in this, and the second one is aspiration levels. So conflict orientation is a negotiator's personal style or element of negotiator personality that have the most important impact on negotiation dynamic and outcome. It has 2 characteristics. The first one is empathy and the second one is assertiveness. For this negotiation style, it can be a bit of daunting prospect to some people, whereas others thrive under the pressure. So there are 5 main negotiation styles that you can take into account of how you behave during a negotiation and how you act toward the other party and what you feel is the most important outcome for the negotiation. The first one is competing, collaborating, compromising, accommodating, and avoiding. So I would like to illustrate you one by one in the following slide. Competition, referring to I win, you lose. Competitive negotiators are highly result-driven and focused and assertive. They often become aggressive throughout a negotiation situation as they enjoy the opportunity to win. So in this, they use competition style when they want to get a result quickly. And this negotiation style is non-negotiable. Mostly, they use it when they need a guarantee to win over the other party, but they have to be careful that because the other party may be able to prepare easily against them back. So let's move to the collaboration. Collaboration is referring to I win, you win, so we win together. Collaborative negotiators are open and honest. They understand the concern and interest of the other party and they enjoy negotiate, especially if it involves finding creative solutions to mutually satisfy both parties. This collaboration work when both parties need their goals met, but you have to be careful that collaboration takes time which may compromising or tempting alternative. So leave yourself enough time to collaborate and don't be tempted to rush in order to close the negotiation. And one more thing is do not share too much information with the other party as this can leave you exposed and exploited. The third one is compromising. Is referring to I win some, you win some, or I lose some, you also lose some. These compromising negotiators' main concern is finding a middle ground and doing what's fair for both parties. They would rather compromise and settle with less than anticipated to satisfy the needs of the other party. So both parties needs to fix or maintain relationship with the other party. When you have nothing else you can possibly offer the negotiation, you may have to settle for less than you hope for, but you have to remember that never compromise on something where the outcome is critical to your party. So the fourth one is accommodating. Accommodating refers to you win, I lose. An accommodating negotiator main concern is preserving relationship with the other party. They like to connect on personal level and would be put out if the other party wasn't interested in building relationship. And accommodating negotiators are needed when your company needs to build bridge and repair relationship with the other party. They use this style and start a new negotiation process, so this will create a positive dynamic to start negotiation while also can gather personal information about the other party. What you should not do is do not satisfy the needs of the other party at the jeopardy of your company. It is important that you can keep your company's goal as the most critical consideration. Last but not least is avoiding. Avoiding is mean I lose, you lose. Avoiding negotiators really don't like negotiation and they try to avoid conflict by any means possible, maybe by passing the responsibility to another member of their team or just by staying quiet. This kind of negotiator um, sometimes can be seen as a passive aggressive and revengeful. Sometimes the avoid style can result in more conflict because avoiding a situation can lead you to build up resentment between the parties. But you have to remember that if you are forced to be involved in a negotiation that you are not well prepared for, you should avoid the meeting or the issue. Or another thing, you can just encourage your colleague to lead the negotiation. That is the better way that you should do in this avoiding style. So the last one is aspiration level. It is the way that negotiators usually hope to negotiate a deal with will leave them better off than would an minimally acceptable agreement. And it is the term of agreement that negotiator hope to achieve as distinguished from his or her reservation point that call the negotiation aspiration. I just want to make it short. For this aspiration level, you can call it as a target point that is an actual goal that you are trying to reach. For example, between the seller and buyer, the buyer who's selling house, they try to they set up the market price for 175,000 or can earn more, and the buyer they only want to buy the house that price is from 150,000 or can be less than that. It's better. So it will lead them to the bargaining point. In this point, that both people try to set the target to purchase the house or to sell the house is calling aspiration. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention and take time to listen to this presentation.